Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered across the four corners of the earth. All right, once again, it's Brother Dawadia coming back with a quick hit. Lord willing to be edifying. So, without further ado, let's get Jeremiah. All right, because basically, this lesson is centered around, you Israelites, man, all right, which consists of you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right, and what you don't know, all right, and what the most important thing that you don't know is the Lord, man, all right, and that's why it says this in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 4, verse 22, for my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are Sadish children, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. All right, and that word Sadish goes into stupid, man, because the mass majority of our people are stuck on stupid. All right, they have their head in this society, in the world, most importantly, up the so-called white man Esau's Edom's behind so far to the point to where they can't see what's good for them, man. All right, okay. This is the main reason, why they're stuck on stupid, man. You see, ultimately, it's the Lord. You know, okay, He's blinded the minds of them that believe not. But hey, the point is, our people think they know something. At the end of the day, they don't know shit because they don't know the Lord, man. You see, it says they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good, they have no knowledge. You see, Jake can tell you how to beat a murder case and tell you how to, roll a blunt with one hand while you driving or something, to become a scientist and in the lab, turning cocaine into crack, but to do good, they have no knowledge, man. That's why it says this in the book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6. For my people, who's the Lord's people? You so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. It says, you are destroyed. For my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing that thou hast forgotten the law of the Most High, I will also forget thy children. And you are your children, all right, coming back, all right, standing, in your lot in these last days, all right? The same ones that scoffed and mocked and talked shit to the prophets are here standing in their lot in the end, man, doing the same thing, all right? The prophets are subject to the prophets. They're standing in their lot, and those that was in the wilderness as well, murmuring and scoffing and talking shit to the prophets. They're here today committing iniquity, adding sin to sin. You see? All right, so let's get Isaiah chapter 45. Our people, like I said, they understood the Lord, okay, and knew the characteristics of the Lord, all right, knew that He was greatly to be feared, then we basically will have the understanding, of how, life works, all right, but because our people don't know the Lord, they only know death, all right, because that is the so-called lifestyle that they're living. They're not living the actual lifestyle. They're living a death style. You see? Because anything contrary to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, anything outside of this is death. All right? Outside of this truth, that is. All right? So this is Isaiah chapter 45, verse 5. It says, I am the Lord, and there is none else. There is no God beside me. I girded thee, though thou hast not known me. You see? You Jakes don't know the Lord, man. All right? So henceforth, you don't know shit. Excuse my language. All right? You don't know anything. Only thing that you know is the knowledge of this world, which is foolishness to the Most High God. When you go into the book of 1 Corinthians 3:19, roughly paraphrase, you see? That's why it says this in the book of Isaiah. Salakia. No. Let's get Isaiah chapter 5. Verse 13. Therefore, my people are going into captivity because they have no knowledge, and their honorable men are famished, and their multitude dried up with thirst. You see? So this is the reason why we are in the condition that we are in today. But you don't know that because you're lacking. Lacking in what? In the true wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Okay? You don't understand that while we're at the bottom, while we are in captivity until this day, going into Baruch chapter 3, verse 4. Okay? Because the Lord did that. It said, Baruch chapter 3, verse 4, that the Lord scattered us into captivity to where we'll be subject to payments and going through all of these curses. And Deuteronomy 28 chapter and the 15th verse on down. You see? This is why we are in this condition, in slavery. Because if we had the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, okay, we would fear the Lord. Because that is the beginning of knowledge. Proverbs chapter 1, verse 7, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. But fools despise wisdoms and instructions. You see? And that is what's going to get you put to deletion. All right? This is Zechariah. I just quoted Zechariah chapter 13 and 8, man. All right? So 2/3 of the children of Israel got to go. They have to be cut off and die. You see? Because it's this knowledge which brings you to life. You see? Going into Baruch, the 4th chapter. I think it's Baruch 4:1. This is the book of the commandments of the Lord, the law of the Lord, and all they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die. Roughly paraphrasing, man. You see? Because anything outside of this is death, man. And this is what 2/3 of our people have rewarded unto themselves. You see? Because why? Because they have lost the Lord's law while they yet had liberty. Let's get it. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 9. I started verse 10. It says, Salakia. I started verse 9. They shall, Salakia, then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments, for such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me. And they that have lost my law while they had yet liberty, and when as yet a place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it. The same must know it after death by pain. So this is how you're going to get it. After you come through the loins of the elect, all right? Okay, you nutsack Israelites, man. You're not going to get it on this side. So the Lord has to, he has to put you to deletion. And you have and born and taught righteousness. Because on this side you despised it, and therefore that's going to be your downfall. All right. So you call Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, because you jakes, You still gonna be straight in everlasting.